Freelancing can mean freedom, but it also can turn into a nightmare. Freelancing is simply about solving problems for clients. I like to put clients' problems into 3 different categories: time, energy, and money. The bigger the problem, the more you get paid. I've been lucky enough to be freelancing full-time for the last 4-5 years, and I've made so many mistakes on my freelancing journey. So here are my top 5 tips to make sure you don't make the same mistakes and to help you reach your financial goals a lot quicker than I did. Number 5 on my list is portfolio. Your portfolio is an opportunity to showcase your skills and show potential clients what it is you can do and how you can help solve their problems. Think of your portfolio as a first impression. It's the first opportunity to build trust with potential clients, so don't sleep on it. Really take the time and energy to make sure your portfolio is super clear, super organized. Use the language that you feel that people in the industry that you're aiming towards would also be talking. A common misconception is that people think they need to have worked with a bunch of different clients to actually have a good portfolio, which just isn't the case. You can simply concept ideas and put together strategies or tell clients how you'd help solve their problems, even though you haven't worked with them before. Just make it super clear that it isn't a past client and it's just a concept idea of how you would help solve their problems. A portfolio is where you're gonna put personal recommendations. If you've worked with clients in the past and they've had good things to say about you, this is where it should go on your portfolio. Please understand that word of mouth is the best form of marketing out there. Take the time, take the energy, spend the money if you have to, although there are a bunch of free tools that you can use to get your portfolio started. I, for example, use Behance Adobe Portfolio, especially if you're already using the Adobe subscriptions, it just comes free with it. So there's no reason to not use it if you're looking to start building out your portfolio. You may need to buy a website domain to make it more personalized. I personally have done that with mine, but you don't actually need to do that. Behance and Adobe Portfolio offers you a free website. Do not forget, it's the first impression. Number 4 on my list is specializing, but not in the way that you think it is. A lot of people think they have to have a particular niche before they get into freelancing, but that just isn't the case. Don't limit the opportunities that are available to you by only specifying you do one thing. For example, if you're a videographer and you've worked with food in the past, don't just say you only do food photography. If that's what you want to do, then fair enough. But if you're just getting started into freelancing, keep it broad, keep it open. Get out there, work with a bunch of different clients, and then you can kind of narrow it down as, you know what, I like working in this field, I like working in sport or fashion or beauty. For example, if you're a videographer or a content creator, a lot of those skills are transferable. If you can work as a food photographer or a food videographer, you can probably work in beauty or things done in the studio. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself to one particular niche just yet. Keep it open, keep the opportunities open, because your main goal as a beginning freelancer is to get as many clients as you can and to get your foot in that door. All the top 3 on this list are super important. They just couldn't all be number 1, but they are all super important to making sure you have a long-lasting career in freelancing. Number 3, be reliable. It is so simple and it is so slept on, but it is what is going to guarantee that clients come back to you and want to work with you. You can be the most talented creator, photographer, videographer in the world, copywriter in the world, but if you're not reliable, if you don't deliver your projects on time and do the things you say you will do, people will not come back to you. And that is the worst case scenario. You want clients to leave you thinking, you know what, we got what we paid for, we're super happy with that person, we want to work with them again. Super simple, super easy, don't sleep on it. Number 2 on my list is arguably the most important thing on this list, but it couldn't be number 1. Managing expectations. Trust me, clients always want to make sure their money stretches as far as humanly possible. So it is your responsibility to create good boundaries and to be super clear and super transparent about your capacity and what it is you can do and what it is you will be delivering. Don't overpromise and underdeliver. That's probably the worst situation you can ever be in as a freelancer. You want to always aim to be over-delivering. So even if you know an edit may take you 2 days, sometimes it's good to say 2.5 days or 3 days, just in case things go wrong, because naturally things can go wrong. Don't make promises you can't keep. For example, as a freelancing content creator, I will never ever promise a client I'm gonna take them viral. Of course, there are tips and tricks you can help them on their way to get as many views and likes and comments as possible, but you can't promise it. Nobody understands the algorithm. Don't promise a client you understand these things, especially if that is very commonly known in the industry. Most clients will know that nobody really understands the algorithm, right? And that's where your portfolio comes in, because if you've done it before in the past, then you're more likely to be able to do it in the future. But do not make promises you cannot keep. It is super simple, super important, and it will save you a ton of stress. If you've made it this far into the video, shout out you. I got balloons, I got a round of applause, I got the confetti. Shout at you, because it shows you are dedicated to this freelancing journey. And I can promise you, you are already 10 steps ahead of where I was when I first started freelancing. So shout at you. Drop a wizard emoji in the comments if you made it this far into the video. Shout at you. We are now at #1 on my list. The most important thing when it comes to freelancing is simply don't be a I couldn't put it any more bluntly than that. Hard skills get you in the door, soft skills keep you in the door, all right? And it's all well and dandy working with a client once, but I promise you, you will make more money and have more opportunities from clients you've worked with in the past than you will do new clients. Of course, it's always important to be growing your new client base and growing your contact list. However, more opportunities are likely to come from clients you've worked with in the past. Once a client feels they found somebody that they can trust, they will probably come back. Don't be a be nice, have manners. Be invested in the conversations you have with them. Be invested in what the company is trying to do. Nobody wants to work with somebody that is super talented but is horrible to work with. So make sure you're on time, be transparent, have good communication skills. All these things, of course, take time to build when it comes to working with different people, but you want to make sure that you're nice and you're pleasant to work with on set, on emails. Sometimes you may be representing the client to another client. Oftentimes I'm on set with one client, which might be the production house or the agency, and their client is on set, the brand that they're working with, because oftentimes in content creation, the brand itself may not be the one that hires you. It may be the production house or the agency in between, but you're also representing that agency to the client. So make sure you're pleasant to be with on set, make sure you're easy to work with, work on your communication skills, be super clear. You want to leave every single project you do with them at least saying, you know what, he was a really nice person, or she was a really nice person. Simple as. Well done for making it through my top 5 tips to becoming a freelancer. Shout out you for taking this journey seriously. If you made it this far, drop a, I don't even know what emojis are out there these days. Drop a butterfly emoji. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment, make sure you like. If you have any questions or want me to go into further detail or even want a part 2 of this video, because there are so many tips that I have as a freelancer to give you guys, please let me know in the comments. And of course, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.